America is founded on diversity and having a diversity of religions, ethnicities, etc. Our founding fathers were immigrants who, for the most part, despised religion, especially Christianity. They wrote about it, they made comments about it, they argued about it, and they put it into our law. So no single religion could ever be used in our laws, our government, our foundations, our schools. Only science, real science, reality, can be taught in our schools, not fables. If one religion were correct, it would be self-evident, like math is. There is no argument over whether 2 plus 2 equals 4. It is universally accepted that 2 plus 2 equals 4, period. There's no argument. There's also no argument that there is no single religion that has ever demonstrated rights to any creator, creators, gods, etc. None. Not a single one. So while these giant divisions of cults are arguing over who has the best imaginary friend, life goes on around them. And they wonder why non-believers are so fed up with their idiocy. It's incredible. Religious kooks get so twisted out of shape when non-believers simply present strings of facts. The fact that there is absolutely no credible evidence for gods or creatures, creators, there's none. There's absolutely no verifiable proof for any of it. Out of the thousands and thousands of gods throughout the beginning of humanity, there isn't a single speck of evidence for even one of them. You are going to find more evidence for Bigfoot, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny. We have plenty of eggs every Easter to prove that one. So, of course, with all those eggs, the Easter Bunny exists for sure. So we can say the Easter Bunny is real, but yet there is no proof of God. Isn't that funny? There's proof of Santa. He left your kids presents, right? You didn't do it. That's not make-believe. You didn't make something up and lie to a child. Who would do that? I mean, that would be absolutely despicable, wouldn't it? I mean, to lie to a child, to tell them that all these gifts around the tree, this whole ceremony, this thing you're doing every year to celebrate the death of someone, and this weird religious connotation attached to it, that's all just a lie? Man, that is creepy and low. Who would do that to a child? We'd prefer to tell children the truth, that there is no God, there is no Santa, and that people who cling to that, they're weak, and you should pity them and try and help them and try to guide them in the right way, because who in their right mind would lie to someone like that? So we get back to the root of it. The reason why non-believers are so incredibly fed up with religious kooks is because they keep going down the wrong path. We're merely trying to lead you away from the incredibly precarious cliff ledge that's starting to fall away with each further step as you walk down the narrowing path on the brittle, dry cobblestone that's falling away, and you're literally walking down a shorter and smaller, more narrow path with each step. We're just trying to guide you back to where it's firm ground and you can live your life comfortably without being in fear of demons below that don't exist, that are all in your mind, that you've been taught, like a child who's been lied to about Santa Claus. It's very disturbing, and that's why we non-believers are so adamant about trying to push you back. We're more concerned with lives than you'll ever be. The one or the many. Religious kooks in America are the same imbeciles who chant and chant profusely about being pro-life, And in incredibly sharp contrast to that, you're pro-guns, pro-death penalty, and pro-war. So you have to keep in mind that when non-believers are looking at you as a general populace, we see huge contradictions and huge ignorance, like that of the resistance to global warming, which is a proven fact. This is not theory. We're not thinking about it. It's happening, and we're causing it. That's just a fact. If you don't believe that, you're on the fringe, and the fringe isn't good. You're not the Einstein looking at the core from the outside. You're not some sort of genius who's figured something out. You're a sheep listening to the shepherd kick you into line to follow along as he goes to check on his oil well. So religious are always fearful and sheep-like, cowardly followers who do things because they're scared of what they consider the ultimate reprisal. We're just trying to let you live your lives. And we'll continue to do that because it's safer for the planet to have you come over to reality's side of the fence instead of playing around with your imaginary friend and having skewed values, like pretending to be pro-life while being pro-war, pro-gun, pro-death penalty. Nothing adds up. You guys say one thing and do the exact opposite, and your actions are very clear. So we're just trying to save the planet from you and give your lives back. It's a simple thing. A near moron could get it.